Welcome everyone. We're going to go ahead and get started. I know everyone clearly is so excited. I could tell by hearing the various conversations. Again, lots of excitement in the outdoor room. Isn't this great to be in person, everyone? Yes. And not looking at one another in 1-inch boxes? Well, welcome to the long-awaited Ornamental Horticulture Complex ribbon cutting event. Ornamental Horticulture, you hear us call it, aka OH. My name is Juliana Barnes, and I have the honor of serving as the president of Cuyamaca College. Woo! It's so great to see so many friends and supporters, and I know that OH has a lot of friends and supporters, so it's so great to see many of you here today. I see also that we have a number of supporters and friends watching via live stream, so I also want to welcome and acknowledge them. Okay, so we have a number of special guests here today. All of you are special, but there's some extra special guests that I want to be sure to acknowledge. And to begin, I would love to acknowledge a couple of our board members who are with us here today. First and foremost, the president of the Grossmont Cuyamaca Community College District, Trustee Brad Monroe, here in the front. You will hear more from Brad later, but I can't say enough about Brad. I think everyone to know him is to love him, but we also know that this whole complex was a twinkle in Brad's eye back in the day, in the early days. And I know for you, Brad, to see this come to fruition after all of these years, I'm sure is just very magical. I said it's the best thing since the birth of your daughter, is what I think I heard you say. Oh, well, the marriage. Oh, I forgot the marriage next. Okay, very good. Okay, no more stand-up comedy here. Okay, so and then we also have with us our wonderful student trustee from Grossmont College, Benjamin Blevins. Thank you so much for being here today. And our wonderful Chancellor of the Grossmont Cuyamaca Community College District, Dr. Nalt, is with us today. We have a former board member and also a member of our foundation and the Citizens Bond Oversight Committee with us today, and that is Bill Garrett. I know this is very thrilling also for Bill to see this. We also have some wonderful members with us from the Rice Family Foundation. We have Lisa and Jessica Wilson here with us. And for many of you, you may know that the Rice Family Foundation, they have been longtime supporters of our OH program. And really through your support and generosity, we've been able to do so much with the program. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And then we have some members of the Cuyamaca College leadership team with us here today. To begin, our interim vice president of instruction, Alicia Munoz, right here in the front. We have our vice president for student services, Dr. Jessica Robinson, here with us. Our interim vice president of administrative services, Nicole Salgado, here with us. We have our academic senate president, Manuel Mancias Gomez, with us here. The faculty coordinator of our OH program, Leah Rodkey, is with us. I saw her roaming about. There she is there. And last but not least, part of the Cuyamaca team is former Vice President of Instruction, Pat Setzer, who joined us. So thank you so much for joining us. We also have a number of construction partners with us. It really does take a village. We really enjoy our partnership with our various construction partners. So to begin, we have several members from GavCon with us today. Robin Duveen here in the front. Marty Glaske is also here from GavCon. Over here in the back. We have Fred Parker with us as well here. And then Brian Browning. And I think I also saw Fred is also here from GavCon. So I think there's a number of other members here with us. So thank you to our GavCon partners. From HMC, also we have Brad Glassick here. So thank you so much. And then Gary Schmidt with Vital Inspection Services. So thank you to all of our construction partners. Obviously it takes a village and they have been great partners. So a little bit about the OH program. You're going to actually hear a little bit more from Trustee Monroe as well, but about the OH program and the complex. So OH is actually one of our signature programs. started in 1980, so it's one of our signature career education programs. We're really proud of our graduates who graduate with their certificates and degrees and then contribute to the green industry here in the region and beyond. So we have a lot of success with our graduates. We're very proud of them. And I have to do a shout out to our students who are here from the Botanical Society. They really play an instrumental role in the success of the program as well. So thank you to our students for being here. A little bit about the facility. Obviously, we're surrounded by it right now. We see what it looks like. The facility itself, it really entailed both renovation and expansion. The building space actually more than doubled in size. We had almost a little over 9,000 square feet. Now over 20,000 square feet of building space, which includes our classrooms, offices, our retail shop, which is very popular. We cannot wait to open that up to the internal and external community again soon. And so these facilities, both the indoor and outdoor spaces, will provide this wonderful learning environment for our students that really mimics the professional world outside of Cuyamaca College. So we're just so proud to be able to offer this facility to our students and our community. So I already introduced some of our wonderful VIPs, but I'd be remiss if I didn't also make mention that we have a lot of alums, we have a lot of community members and other supporters of Cuyamaca College and OH in particular, but we are particularly grateful for the voters of East County. You may remember Prop V, and Prop V, it was our $398 million construction bond, which allowed us in part to construct this complex. And there's many other projects in the queue, both at Cuyamaca College and at Grossmont College. So we're just very thrilled and very appreciative of our voters. So with that said, it is now my honor to introduce the Chancellor of the Grossmont-Cuyamaca Community College District, Dr. Lynn Nalt, who is going to share a few words.
Thank you, Dr. Barnes, and welcome everyone. I am so excited to be here. In my short tenure as Chancellor, it'll be 2 years in January, I've had the honor to participate in the celebration of the opening of 2 significant learning laboratories on our campuses. And this was really the vision of those that came before me, including 2 key people here today, Bill Garrett and, of course, Brad Monroe. And I'm so honored to be part of this because we are creating the future for our students. We are creating program spaces that will allow us to remain current and to bring in future generations of students. You're going to hear more about the significance of this program and this facility from our very own Brad Monroe, who really was one of the founding, if not the founding, faculty member and chair of the program. And you know, he's going to speak from the heart. And for those of you that don't know, in the past decade or so since Brad's retired, he continued to dedicate countless hours in the planning and the design and the structure of this facility. And it goes unsaid that it takes a supportive partner to allow a spouse to do that. So I'd like to formally recognize his partner, Professor Emeritus Teresa Folks. Thank you for giving us Brad and for letting him spend such time, because truly, as Julie said, this is really, he has had a hand in every piece of this reality, so thank you. I'd like to also recognize 2 members of our Board of Trustees that are viewing on live stream. Thank you for being here today. Trustee Justison, Trustee Cartwright, and of course our student trustee, Benjamin Blevins. And you know, we can't thank the taxpayers of East County enough for making this vision, our dreams, a reality. We can't say it often enough. As you're out with your neighbors and your friends, be sure to thank them, because we are here today because of the taxpayers. As Julie mentioned, the planning of this facility began more than a decade ago, and so much time has gone into planning every detail. As you walk around this morning, make sure you pay attention to the detail that has gone into this learning laboratory for our students. And I'd like to thank everyone at the district, at the college, our construction partners, certainly GAFCON, for all the time you have put in to planning this magnificent structure. And I also want to recognize our Citizens Bond Oversight Committee, represented again by former trustee Bill Garrett today. These are a group of community members, experts in their field, that help us provide oversight to the construction and, of course, the use of the taxpayers' resources in building our properties, making sure we are being true to what we told the taxpayers we would do with these funds. So to echo President Barnes, this is truly a signature program at the college. You know, I was at another district in the region for many years, and the talk of this program was palpable throughout the regions. Everybody wanted a similar program. I was explaining to Benjamin when I walked in, you know, you can't just create a program, you know, in the community colleges. You really have to be mindful of the demand and all of the others in the region. So we should be very, very, very proud. So it is now my honor to really introduce somebody that can do justice to the significance of this grand opening today. Former faculty emeritus at Cuyamaca College, founding father, Ornamental Horticulturist of the Year, 2013 Man of the Year back in 2008, Everything of the Year, our board president, Brad Monroe. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Nalt. It's really an honor and a pleasure to be here today and to see all our friends here, people I haven't had a chance to see for, well, at least for 2 years. With COVID, it seems like we haven't been able to see anyone. But it really is the culmination of a long process. It started in this beautiful day is thanks to the taxpayers of East County. It really is. And they passed Prop V back in 2012. It was the year I retired, which was fortunate because then it gave me a lot more time to work on planning this. And Don Schultz, who was the coordinator at the time, took my place, and he was more than gracious enough to let me participate at all levels. But it took a lot of support, constant support from the administration over the years, from other faculty members, from the board. Bill Garrett was president when this was pushed through, and I remember sitting in the meeting and him telling us about how this was being approved for construction was really the start of it. But we've been planning this and really talking about it for a number of years. And as Dr. Nalt mentioned, somebody who makes everything I do look a lot better that I get to take credit for is my wife and colleague, Dr. Teresa Boats. She certainly made this all the events that I've been in polished and much better. They've given you some of the statistics about doubling the space here from 9,600 to 20,000 square feet. For those of you that, and I know there are teachers and former teachers that are here, to give you an idea of what they've done in the remodel phase up in the classrooms, the 0100 building, which at one point was a music program, and we took it over. It's now a completely redesigned high-tech lecture room. The 2 classrooms down below are now state-of-the-art labs. These things are so nice. I mean, we used to have mini blinds, and now they have shades that go up and down, automatic screen drops out of the ceiling. I mean, everything is just so much nicer. Where our offices were is now a prep room for those 2 labs. Where the greenhouse, the old greenhouse up above that was here when I came, when the program was open, it was torn down, and now we have a state-of-the-art faculty offices and retail store that's twice the size of what we had before. The offices, in fact, we have in that building is faculty offices, adjunct faculty offices for those adjunct faculty that are here with us and that have been with us. We have a conference room, we have a work room, we have a student work room, we have tech offices. It's fantastic. Almost makes me want to come back to work here. Almost.
Did you
I do.
You are working.
I am working. I forgot. Yes. Sorry about that. But no, it's fantastic. And then you see down here behind us a fantastic greenhouse, more than twice the size of what we had before. State of the art. Dee was mentioning she always wanted rolling benches. Now we have rolling benches. So, it really is something. We've got a fantastic storage building here that will allow us to put all our equipment in one place, easy to access, a carport for our vehicles. The shade house that's over here, we built the original one almost exactly on that site out of a pipe that looked a lot like what's holding this tent up. And it was built by students and staff back in the very first years of the department. So this is now going to probably last longer than the pyramids. But we really do have a lot of people to thank that couldn't have done this without the group effort of so many people, and this program over the years for so many people. And as was mentioned, the Rice Family Foundation, Lisa and Jessica are here today, they changed our program. When Morgan Rice came to us and started giving this department money, it allowed us to develop an internship program that funds everything from growers to techs in the department through the Rice Family Foundation, and it really changed this program. It really made it so we couldn't have done it without it. I think now they've probably given, if I'm not mistaken, $1 million to this department, which is something most programs don't have the opportunity. So we're really thankful for that. I'd also like to introduce somebody that was here from the first day this program opened. She was the tech for 23 years and helped build this program to be what it is today. Dee Marano, would you stand up? She's here with her daughter today, Destiny, who actually grew up with this program as well, I think. So, there's also former faculty members, Dan Simpson over here. Dan is retired arborist for the San Diego Zoo, who really developed our arboriculture program, and he was the person who actually started the Spring Garden Festival all those number of years ago. It was his idea, and he got it off the rails. Another person that we have to recognize certainly is somebody who's been actually with this program longer than I have. He was on the advisory committee that helped convince the district to put a horticulture program here. And he's been in the industry for many, many years. He's recognized as one of the best pest control experts in the county. He taught our pest control class for a number of years. And we'd like to introduce him and his wife, Dawn Smith and Jenny Smith. They're in the back. Thank you. We also have current instructors, or we have a former instructor with us that actually taught our floral design program for a number of years, and she was the floral design instructor that really made our scholarship dinners look so beautiful for so many years. Susan Butler, where is Susan? Susan, thank you. We have some current instructors, including someone who blames me for teaching here. I'm not sure how that works. Said I twisted his arm so long it hurt until he finally gave in and came to teach. Nick Sparty. For those in the industry, they know Nick is probably one of the best known people in the golf and sports industry, certainly in this county and up and down the state, and he's really been across the nation with things. He brings researchers to our conferences, and really an asset to this program, somebody that we can't afford to pay what he usually gets, so we're just fortunate to have him here. We also have with us a current instructor who came through the program, and she's actually going to be able to teach the very first classes in the new greenhouse, and that's Amy Huey. Where's Amy? Amy's in the back over there. So Amy's going to get a chance to break in that greenhouse for us. is Jan Tubiolo, did she make it? Jan was going to be here, but I didn't get a chance to see her. I was hoping she'd be here today. She was a former student who went on to be the water conservation officer at Otay Water District and helped convince the board. In fact, Mark Wilbeck's here today from the board to share in the cost of building the water conservation garden. So I was hoping she'd be able to make it today. Our current OH technician, who would have loved to have been here today, he'd planned his vacation when the opening was going to be in October. But he unfortunately planned it for this week. He's in Hawaii, so we can't feel too bad for him. And of course, it wouldn't be appropriate if we didn't introduce the person who currently runs this program, and has had probably the roughest time, and I'm certainly glad I wasn't teaching when this happened. She came on board, and within a year, started the construction process. They had to move everything out of the facilities, down into temporary facilities, and then COVID hits. She has to start teaching everything online. And so we're now back to finally getting in-person classes, and now we'll be like moving back. It's like moving about 6 or 8 houses back because of all the equipment and tools and supplies we have. So we're not through. We're going to continue to, we're going to, oh, Leah Rodkin. I just assumed everybody knew Leah Rodkin. She's actually married to a former student, Chris Rodke, who is volunteers and puts in a lot of time with this. So we kind of got a twofer on this. So thank you, Leah, for all you've done for this. It really is amazing. But we're not going to stop because this program really has to go forward. I do want to mention a couple other people, and I do want to mention specifically the people that we worked with in designing this, because I get a lot of credit for throwing out ideas, but there were a team of people that made this happen. And I would say that the architectural team from HMC, Brad Glasick, Brad and his team, along with Fred from GAFCON, when we started this, you have a little reservations because we've gone to other horticulture programs that had facilities built, and they told us nightmare stories about how the architects just did whatever they wanted. So we were kind of afraid that might be the case. It couldn't have been further from the truth. This team listened to us, they listened to the users, they listened to the maintenance people, and they incorporated almost to a T everything that we suggested that was practical. They did warn us off of a few things, but I can't say enough for how great the team of the architectural team, GAFCON's cooperation, the facilities people that helped us make sure we got things that could be maintained. It really was a joint effort of everybody that put this together. So now as we go forward, we want to look for ways to raise money now for a shade area for our retail nursery. We're going to be looking for finding some funding to build a shade area on the north side of the greenhouse for the propagation and potting actions for the students, so they'll be in a shaded area when they work, or out of the rain when they work, because we work all year round. So we haven't stopped, but I want to thank everybody for coming out today. It's a beautiful day, and it's brought to you by the taxpayers of East County. So thank you again, and I'll turn it over to
Thank you so much, Trustee Monroe. As you could tell, he has a lot of passion, and as you also can tell, there are a lot of supporters of this program, and as you eloquently stated, it really does take a village to do this. And so this is the moment you've been waiting for. This is a ribbon cutting event. We have a ribbon and giant scissors, and so I know this is why you all came out. So we're going to have a few groups of folks join us at the ribbon for some photographs, and then we are going to cut the ribbon, and Trustee Monroe is going to do that honor for us. So first group, we're going to have our board members and our chancellor up at the ribbon, and then our second group will be, we'll have Leah Rodke, Alicia Munoz, Manuel Mancias Gomez, Pat Setzer, Bill Garrett from our CBOC and former trustee. And also we'd love to have Sarah from the Botanical Society join us, and that will be for the second group. And then with the third group, we're going to add our partners from GAFCON and HMC, and then also Vital Inspection Services. Also, I'd be remiss as they're getting situated by the ribbon. We've been thanking, all of us have been thanking the taxpayers of East County, but I also want to include our businesses. And so with us today, we do have Rick Wilson, from the CEO of the East County Chamber of Commerce. I saw you out in the trees there. So welcome, and again, thank you to our local businesses as well. All right, so we are going to go ahead and take some photos. We're going to cut the ribbon, and then we're going to invite you to stay here for the reception. Thank you.
Center. George, get it? Nobody. Nobody's sorry because they're shipping the Easter back to the the power supply.
Too many people crowding around, you can't actually see the ribbon cutting.
Okay, we have some appetizers over here and some drinks for you. And also, if you want a tour, Nate from GAFCON is going to give folks a tour of our facility should you wish to have it. And you can just gather over there by the reception area. Again, thank you all. This concludes our ribbon cutting, except for the reception. Thank you all for being here.